Hello, my name is Right Guy. We're not doing a gaming video today. We're gonna talk about, well, you can see it on the screen. Killed masculinity in video games. Oh, and before we get started, obviously, we gotta promote the person I'm using their video for, Andy Pants Gaming. And this guy literally just says it how it is, man. Gaming has turned gay.
Has slowly been drained from modern video games. I was looking at recent staff photos of Ubisoft and Halo.
Ah, see? You know what? Fucking cancel me. I don't give a fuck. Here's the problem with gaming. Here's your, here's the people that are making your entertainment now. Can you see what's wrong? It's a bunch of middle-aged white women with a lot of guilt who are putting their trauma and depression into your entertainment. You don't see a single dude in this entire picture. Ubisoft, why are our games not selling? Well, I get to break it to you. And yeah, I'm sexist as fuck saying this, but maybe you don't have a bunch of middle-aged white women producing content for middle-aged men. Because let's be real. These people are only here to send a message, not produce quality content. I don't look at the shit-eating grins on their faces, man. They're like, haha. Every one of these women in this entire picture were probably, when they were like 14, 15, were like, God, I hate the fact that video games are directed at men. And then they decided to take it a step further and just like infiltrate
Infinite developers, and it's all starting to make sense.
Like Ubisoft, this ain't a flex, bro.
It's a bunch of fat white liberal women.
I mean, they ain't fat, but hey, bro. Jesus Christ, I wasn't ready for that one. It's a bunch of fat white liberal women. Well, they're not fat. Calm your tits, bro. But it is just a bunch of white liberal women. There's a couple DI hires here and there.
And white liberal women have no interest in masculine, manly, male characters. They wouldn't even know how to write one if they tried.
Why Halo Infinite was bad? Yeah. Again, same shit. You have a bunch of fucking white guilty liberal women in a picture who are supposed to be designing entertainment for men. Like, look at this girl over here. She's like, fuck, man, why am I a part of this? It was popular 5 years ago and you were making money, but now these companies, well, they realize there's no profit in anymore, hiring these people. And that's why you're getting laid off, and that's why you're getting fired.
Pride. This is why Rockstar, a company founded by men that at least in 2018 was still mostly run by men,
Yes. If you want to make entertainment for men, you need men to make it. It's not a double stand. Oh, it is a double standard, but it's not a stereotype. Only men can understand how men think. That's why you have games like Red Dead Redemption, The Witcher 3, Halo, Destiny, all these games that have badass characters. And they're fun games. Nobody wants to be a fucking Mrs. Freeze. Like, what the fuck is this bullshit?
created the magnum opus Red Dead Redemption 2.
Like, who's that for? The 0.1% of trans people in America?
A game
Get
with a
outta here.
manly, well-written main protagonist, Arthur Morgan.
Oh, and by the way, that 0.1% is cut in half because most of them don't even play games. They just want to have an opinion on it.
If you want to see the seismic shift away from masculine characters, honestly, all you need to do is play a few games from 2006, and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. Consider
Gears of
how
War,
many
yeah,
masculine
there's another
military
one.
games came out in the 2000s. Medal of Honor, Call of Duty,
Call of Duty,
Brothers in Arms, Gears of War, Operation Flashpoint, Rainbow Six, Ghost Recon, Splinter Cell.
this is going to be a shocking revelation for most people that are stuck in their own heads, but this is the kind of entertainment men want. It's almost like men have been fighting wars for hundreds of years, and we like playing games that are about war. It's almost like it's in our genetic code. Medal of Honor, Ghost Recon, Rainbow Six, Call of Duty, Brother in Arms, Splinter Cell, Flashpoint. Duh. This is the entertainment that men want. Nobody wants to play some fat, gross, lesbian bitch in a third-person shooter with a battle pass. Who's that? Who's that for? Yeah, tell me in the comment section because I know you're going to anyways. But like, who's it for? How many? Like, I think people are getting exhausted with this fucking rainbow mafia bullshit. Just give us our entertainment back, man. If you want to fucking flex your virtue signaling bullshit, you're free to, because that's what being part of a free country is. But like, don't ruin my TV shows and my video games with your fucking worldviews, man. Just because you were probably bullied in high school because you're a fucking weirdo, now you gotta ruin my shit? Fuck off.
So, all of these games were starring men and had themes like brotherhood, duty, sacrifice, honor. Almost all of these.
Yeah. Sacrifice, honor, brothers in arms. That's the kind of shit men want to be. That's what's like. Most people play games or watch entertainment because they have some kind of, like, it's like a connection with the main character. Men want to be badasses with guns and swords, fighting for honor and saving the world. Hey, you can call it what it is, but that's exactly how we are. That's how we're programmed. Maybe in 100 years when you women decide to fight in wars, then you can be on our fucking level.
Franchises have either been killed off, turned into multiplayer games, or went woke. I often wonder why so few modern games appeal to me, and I think another big reason is this. Everything is just so gay now.
Yep.
Compare the games I just
100% agree
to the modern trash we have to deal with in Overwatch and Apex. Almost every character in these...
Fuck, I keep pausing. I'm only like a minute and a half in. I'm fucking 10 minutes into mine. Everything is gay now. Why does everything have to be fucking gay? Like, how big is a trans and gay audience in gamers? Last time I checked, the percentage of people that are actually trans in America is like a micro percentage. And the gay population is a single decibel percentage. Now, take that percentage, and how many of them actually give a fuck about video games? It's such a small fraction. What you're going to see now is a lot of people are just kind of waking up to the realization there's no profit in virtue signaling anymore. Everybody was like, yeah, we're all inclusive. And now everybody's like, all right, whatever, fuck it. And then you get bullshit like this. Like, why does everything got to be gay? Get mad at me if you will, but like, homophobic, yeah, whatever. It's fucking lame, bro. Ain't nobody want to be a skinny little bitch in a fantasy world. And by the way, most gay guys don't look like that. That's a fucking stereotype. So you are actually opposing your own argument by introducing characters like this, because most gay guys don't look like this. Like, what the fuck? What is wrong with these fucking...
These new games is either gay, lesbian, bisexual, trans, or something else. Like, what happened to a masculine dude with a hot chick?
Yeah, right here. This is what 15-year-old guys want to play. Yeah, it's fucking stupid, but it is what it is. This is exactly what we want to... This is how we envision ourselves. Duke Nukem. Shooting fucking demons and fucking bitches, man.
Chick on his arm. I love the idea of Xbox Game Pass,
And again,
but I swear
cars.
every time I open it up and look for new games, There's just so many games that look gay now. I refuse to play another cutesy 2D platformer or a game with a cutesy art style by some indie developer.
And you know what? What you're seeing now is the market actually correcting itself. You know, they spent so many years coming up with all this fucking homo shit, and no one's buying it. They're losing their money, and you're getting layoffs. The market always corrects itself. I mean, congratulations, you were inclusive and you tried, but at the end of the day, no one's gonna spend their hard-earned money on this gay shit because the people that you were targeting for this don't even play video games to begin with.
Anymore. I'm just done with these games. If you want my 100% real thoughts on this, I just think the entire video game industry has gone woke and gay.
That's a good picture. Look at this. Play with pride. Rainbow this, rainbow that. Bunch of fucking fat middle-aged liberal women in a picture ruining Halo. Well, you get what you fucking deserve. Congratulations, now you're unemployed.
And almost nothing they are making appeals to me in any way anymore. So this is why I mostly play 20-year-old games on my channel, because they were just better. I was recently reading an insider interview about what went down at Volition Studios with the disastrous Saints Row reboot.
Oh my god. This was fucking hot garbage, man. Who wants to literally play a bunch of middle-aged millennials in a game that's supposed to be about shooting shit and fighting wars? Like, who wants to be this guy? You probably are this guy in real life. Most of us are. That's why we want to play characters that are badass and manly. What? Who signs up for this? Congratulations, you're playing Merkel.
From an inside source. This source said that the LGBTQ community within the company was actually pretty small, but they are the loudest and the most annoying, and the company leadership...
Yeah, most of these virtue signaling idiots are a small fraction of what's in these companies, but they are the most loud, the most annoying, most frustrating people to deal with. And most sane people don't want to deal with somebody that's completely nuts. So we're like, all right, bro, whatever, have fun. Nobody wants to deal with an unreasonable person. So usually we just walk away and shove it under the rug because at the end of the day, no one wants to speak to somebody that's completely bonkers. So, yeah, small minority of groups in these companies, but they are the most loud and annoying and most insufferable people to fucking deal with.
Chose to promote these people into key roles. And that's how you get the absolute dumpster fire of a game that was Saints Row 2022. I think what you have at a lot of these game studios is about...
You know why people aren't talking about Saints Row 2022? Because it fucking sucked. I think it was like a topic for 3 days.
80% of the staff is probably just hetero dudes trying to do their job, but
Yeah.
they're afraid of speaking up or saying what they actually think.
Well,
and
yeah.
then you have the LGBTQ folks making
Because
decisions
nobody wants to
about what
deal
kind of
with
game
people
to
like this, man.
and everything just ends up being safe and soft and sensitive because
Inoffensive.
you can't hurt anybody's feelings. So of course you get these shitty dumpster fire video
Like,
games.
what
that
is
nobody wants
this?
to play. After reading a lot of
I
insider
think I made this in
interviews with these
Play-Doh.
developers, this is my sense of what has been happening. I also feel like there's this kind of unholy alliance right now between games journalists, white liberal women at game studios, and the LGBTQ
Look at
community
me!
at game studios. And they all seem to be united around one thing. They actually hate gamers.
Oh yeah, no, they
And who
fucking
are
hate
gamers?
us. We fucking hate them.
Overwhelmingly, well, heterosexual dudes like us, of course. This recent Reddit thread was written by an actual...
Yeah, that past picture was a bunch of guys who are probably meeting up and playing some fucking Call of Duty. They're gonna get drunk, smoke some weed, and shoot some bitches. That's what gaming is. And I don't understand why there's so many people that seem to... They want to put themselves in a place where they don't belong and then try to change shit. Especially when you don't even like being in that situation. So why? What's the fucking point?
actual game developer,
I mean, these are the same type of people that call themselves queer disabled settlers, so
and made me realize this. It reads headline.
Am I allowed to say this? I kind of hate gamers. I'm a professional game designer.
I mean, this is like, again, fraction of the people that are doing this kind of shit, but they are the loudest minority. Why are you... I kind of hate gamers. Well, then why the fuck are you designing games, bro? Like, what's wrong with you? Look at this fucking loser. Wow.
And I'm worried that I'm starting to hate gamers. Watching the gaming events on YouTube last month with the chat on was extremely disheartening experience. Every time a character that wasn't a cishet white man appeared...
Cishet white? What? Why can't you just say a straight white guy? What is a cishet? What? Bro, come on. Why do you gotta find weird ways to say shit? Fucking weirdos. Oh, and I can already see right now. The new Dragon Age doesn't match the tone. Well, yeah, because the game looks like garbage. It has nothing to do with the fact that the character is a lesbian black dude. The game just looks like hot garbage because you spent most of your free time, or most of your time and money, on making sure that you have this like token character in your game, and you just didn't spend time to make the game good. Like... Weird. It's almost like people don't want to eat the garbage that you're fucking putting out. What's this mentality with these game developers where like, oh, well, we put in all this work and all this shit. Yeah, no one gives a fuck, bro. Your job is to make content. Fucking make it. Shut the fuck up and do your fucking job.
on screen, the chats would fill with messages calling the game woke or complaining about DEI. Every game that wasn't
everybody's
a shooter or
tired
a
of
casual
it.
competitive online game garnered zzz and boring.
Just
comments.
make the
I've
games
seen people
fun.
implying that the MC in Fable trailers is ugly because it's a self-insert of some random level designer working at Playground whom they deemed not fuckable enough.
Well, yeah. Like, what a weird flex to put into a game. Why do you gotta insert your fat, ugly ass into a fantasy world? Like, just... It's so weird, man. Like, what is the point? And then they get upset when people are like, what the fuck? Yeah, because it's fucking weird. Nobody asked for this. Just put a cool character in your game, and people will buy it. I mean, if you fucking hate yourself so much, why are you trying to put yourself out there and insert yourself into a fantasy game that you're trying to sell to people that want to give you money? It's so fucking weird, man.
I don't know. It's just the internet magnifying negative voices, I guess, doing what it does.
Internet magnifying negative voices. No, you have a market that is sick and tired of your fucking bullshit, and we just want something fun to play. Tired of people like you fucking shit up.
Does best. But it's making me real tired of gamers.
So at this point, it
Then
seems that
go
games
do something
journalists
else with
and
your
all
life.
of the liberal
Holy crap,
LGBT
dude.
mafia that work at game studios actually hate their audience. And this is a common...
Imagine trying to create a product for an audience that you don't like and then get upset when people don't buy it. Am I the only one who... Like, am I taking crazy pills here or what? This sounds so fucking stupid. It's like trying to sell steak to a fucking vegan. And then getting mad when the vegan doesn't eat your fucking steak. Like, how fucking stupid do you have to be?
comment I keep reading from you guys again and again. I swear they literally hate us. They seem to be dead set on giving their audience exactly what we don't want.
Yeah.
How long is your business going to be open if you're dead set on not giving the customer what they want?
Layoffs,
This is why when
closing.
like Alyssa Mercante are crying about Kotaku shutting down and losing their jobs, and game studios are going under because they were...
You want to know why you're losing your jobs? It's because you didn't fucking do your job. You spent most of your time doing the opposite of your job so that you could push your worldviews on everybody, and now you're whining and complaining that you don't have a job anymore. Well, I got a bit of advice for you. Maybe next time, just do your fucking job and shut the fuck up. Pretty fucking simple. You're being paid to create code which turns into entertainment on my fucking screen. You're not being paid to tell me how to see the world and how I should see gay people or trans people. That's not your fucking job. You want to have a fucking opinion on that kind of shit? Go into politics.
Associated with Sweet Baby Inc., I just laugh. Let them burn. Let all these companies burn.
Oh, I'd love seeing it, man.
The wonderful irony in all this is that it's the very games
Yep.
that the woke cancel mob has tried to
J.K.
cancel
Rowling is a
that seem
trans
to do the
bigot.
best. Remember how
Really? The fucking almost 80-year-old white woman doesn't like trans people. Huh. Shocker. Like, most people that age don't buy into this shit. They didn't grow up with it, so of course it's not normal to them. Hell, even for most of us who grew up with it, it's still fucking weird. We were on your side for a bit until you started using it as a weapon to attack us. Nah, well, hey, you push us, we push back. Well, don't throw rocks when you live in a glass house, bitch.
Hogwarts Legacy? Yeah, men who dress in women's clothes tried to get it canceled. Instead, the game sold 25 million copies. Oops. Remember Elden Ring? Remember how the woke mob...
Do you know why these games sell? It's because about 20 million of that 22 million people are just average people that don't pay attention to any of this shit that's happening online. They just see a good game, and they buy the good game, and they play the good game. They don't give a fuck about a bunch of weirdos on Twitter and YouTube who are upset with the fact that J.K. Rowling doesn't like trans people. They're like, oh, have you played a new Harry Potter game? It's fucking awesome. Hell, oh, really? I'm gonna go buy it. And then they just play the fucking game because at the end of the day, a good product sells. You know, the 2 million people that are upset about it aren't gonna fucking matter in the long term of the 20 million people that are gonna buy it. And that's what I think that pisses these people off the most, is because they're loud, but they actually have absolutely no fucking power at the end of the day.
mob tried to accuse FromSoft games of having, quote, problematic depictions of women.
Wait, what? What do you mean problematic depictions of women? Elden Ring? Really? Where? I mean, I didn't get very far in Elden Ring, but I don't remember seeing a lot of naked women running around in Elden Ring. It was a lot of like really scary boss fights and stuff that was really fucking difficult.
Oops, sold 25 million copies. At this point, making an offensive game seems to guarantee that game's success. We could talk about Stellar Blade, pissing off all of the liberal progressives, and yet everybody went out and bought it. Okay, so in the rest...
The fact that Stellar Blade was just a good game, her having a nice ass was just a benefit on top of it. There are plenty of video games out there that have sexy characters with nice booties that don't sell because the game itself sucks. At the end of the day, it comes down to, is the game good? All the other bullshit is secondary.
So this video, I want to give you 4 examples of a game or game series going from masculine to feminine or gay, and it basically either killed or ruined the franchise. Number 1, Ubisoft and Red Storm Entertainment.
The fuck?
So Red Storm Entertainment was a
Ubisoft has always
been
been a fucking a joke.
Tom Clancy video games. He sold the company to Ubisoft in the year 2000.
Yeah, I want you to look at this guy. Oh, hang on.
Entertainment. So Red Storm Entertainment was a video game company founded by the legendary Tom Clancy to make...
This guy probably has no fucking clue about video games at all. However, he is a man and he understands that men want man things. I mean, when your audience is 80+% men, well, you don't need a bachelor's degree in human science to understand how to create content for men. Like, And then he retired, and then we get these white liberal women, and here you go. You get the state of what we got now.
Tom Clancy video games. He sold the company to Ubisoft in the year 2000, and Ubisoft in the 2000s actually had some balls and made some of the manliest games you've ever seen. There were the Splinter Cell games, the Ghost Recon games, the Rainbow Six games.
Oh, the Far Cry games were awesome.
All of these games pretty much feature exclusively men, and these IPs in the 2000s had so much testosterone, just a single glance from a woman in their direction would get her pregnant. I mean, motherfucking Sam Fisher, come on. The dude is the ultimate Giga Chad. Scott Mitchell in Ghost Recon.
This is exactly what most gamers want to play. They want to envision themselves being this. Not some fat fucking queer, man. Like, most young men, especially when you're a teenager, want to play characters like this. A fucking buff dude with some cool ass gear and does some badass shit. It's like the only show that is universally not racist is Dragon Ball Z. Every fucking dude that watched that show is like, I'm Goku. Doesn't matter if you're white, black, Asian. Everybody's like, nah, bitch, I'm Goku. I'm fucking Goku. Goku's awesome. It's because this is what young men aspire to be. No fucking 15-year-old's gonna look at, I can't even remember what the game's name is, and be like, oh, I want to play some fat fucking trans dude with his pants hiked over his fucking fat gut and aspire to be that.
Now, you pick your own character in Far Cry 2, but it's definitely a manly game that will put hair on your chest. So what is Red Storm Entertainment up to today? Well, I recently saw that Tom Clancy's The Division Heartland is being led by a man who dresses in women's clothes in his free time. Now, look, I don't give a shit if you want to identify as a dragon and go around laying magic eggs.
Yeah, at the end of the day, I don't give a fuck what you do with your own personal life. You want to be a fucking weirdo who does this, that's your life. Whatever. But, like, don't insult everybody's intelligence by ruining their entertainment and trying to push your worldviews on everybody. Just go be a fucking weirdo on your own.
But can we agree that the least masculine thing on earth you can do is dress in women's clothes? Tom Clancy would be rolling over in his grave right now if he knew the absolute disaster that Red Storm Entertainment had become. Number 2, Wolfenstein. So I was recently playing Wolfenstein: The New Order for the first time, which came out in 2014. And I have to say,
you can't have that anymore, goddamn.
Sure, we're going to avoid woke Western progressivism. This game was pretty high up there. The first 3 entries of the reboot were all fantastic. They had the badass BJ Blazkowicz, an absolute unit, as the main character, ripping apart entire armies of Nazis with the sexy and smart Anya as his arm candy and wife. Machine Game's first 3 Wolfenstein entries, which came out in 2014,
it's almost like men want to aspire to be that and have that.
They have normal men and women doing normal shit in them. Awesome. But of course, the woke mob had to get involved.
Oh, you can't call that normal anymore because it's not normal. What is normal? Oh, shut the fuck up.
Somehow. So you have a beloved series with a beloved, tough, male, manly main character. Do you suppose it's a good idea to kill off that guy and replace him with cringy girl boss characters? Wolfenstein Youngblood came out in 2019, and it's an absolute...
Man, most dudes don't even want to deal with girl boss characters in the comment section. The last thing they want to do is play them in a video game. Congratulations. You can do exactly what men do. You want a fucking cookie? Good grief. It's so annoying when you have a bunch of women who are like, I cook and clean and take care of myself. And we're just like, alright. Congratulations. You can do the bare minimum to be a fucking adult. Here's your award. Shut up.
Absolute tone-deaf disaster. So many modern video games, I find myself asking, who wanted this? Who asked for this?
Nobody.
I often ask the same thing of the new Star Wars shows by Kathleen Kennedy
Lesbian
as well.
space witches.
The Wolfenstein reboot had the perfect synergy of story and gameplay. You are BJ Blazkowicz, unleashing his rage on the Nazis for killing everyone he loved. You see this come across in his brutal assassinations, like
and that's like some John Wick shit. I'd play the hell out of that.
An SS Waffen commander. But the setup to Wolfenstein Youngblood is incredibly cringe. In it, you play as BJ's daughters, and they're honestly nothing like him.
What is
The first time you
this?
kill somebody, they don't
Nobody.
really want to do it. And when they finally
What?
kill the guy, they have to have lattes and talk about it afterwards. Youngblood is a perfect.
Yeah, it's like nobody wants to watch a show or play a game where a bunch of weirdos talk about their fucking feelings. Nobody asked for this. Nobody wants this. It's like one of the biggest things that made me laugh about the Acolyte is that you have a bunch of Sith Lords sitting around a room talking about their fucking feelings. Bro, just go kill some Jedi, man. Like, what are you doing? What is this, a therapy session? Go be Sith. Nobody gives a fuck if you're questioning if you're the bad guy or not. Go do your fucking... Go shoot some lightning or some shit. Like, what is this?
Example of how a cutscene can go so wrong in a game. BJ's setup is perfect and explains to you why you're doing the actions you're doing. BJ's daughters, however, are acting like they're in an episode of Big Bang Theory the whole time, but oh yeah, they just happen to be killing Nazis and haha, isn't this so funny? It's tonally all over the place
It's
and
ridiculous.
just so full
It's
of cringy
stupid.
and awful cinematics, which is ironic because the cinematics in the first three
Oh,
games
don't
were
wave that at
so
me, man.
good and short, and they got to the point and they were really emotional and impactful. Example number 3, Gears of War. For a full explanation of how the woke mob girl bossed Gears of War, see my video on that game, but I'll keep this short.
I like
The
how
first
this
three
guy
Gears
just
games
says
are
it
an
right
incredible
how it
trilogy
is.
focusing on the bonds and brotherhood between men. They're incredibly masculine games, focusing on duty and sacrifice and military orders. And I know some of you hate this, but for 10,000 years, it's only been men fighting wars. Sorry. The first 3...
Well, and for the most part, it still is. Let's be real. Most women want equal rights, but not equal responsibility. The second that war comes into the question, they're like, ooh, yeah, you guys can do that. You guys can go die and get shot at. And this is why we like TV shows and games where we can simulate these epic battles and stuff like that. It's because you women don't understand. And that's why you shouldn't be designing our entertainment. Especially when you have like this guilt of being in a privileged situation and you need to victimize yourself at every fucking turn because you're like, oh, well, I live in a world where my ancestors did bad things and I get to live in a nice house with a fence and a dog and a husband and kids, but I need to find a way so that I can feel like I'm on the same level as the people that aren't privileged. So I gotta victimize myself and ruin people's entertainment because I'm a fucking pussy.
games focus on Marcus, Dom, Cole, and Baird and tell a masculine story of brotherhood. Well, the progressive woke mob somehow got to Gears of War, and Gears 4 and 5
No,
are about
no.
sisterhood, motherhood.
No fucking way. What? They got to Gears of War. And they did... Oh, no. Oh, boy. Well... I didn't even hear about this. Which means it probably sucked and nobody bought it. What? Oh, God. Let's take a game about a bunch of men brutally murdering demons called Gears of War. And let's put 3 lesbian bitches in there and have them talk about their feelings. Oh, and by the way, we're not killing demons anymore. What? Bro, if you want to make shit like this, just make your own game, make your own show. It's still probably not going to sell, but at least then you could have some fucking self-respect for yourself. Taking already made IPs and trying to rewire it with this fucking gay shit. Oh, why is it not selling? Duh.
Hood, being a traitor, and what it feels like to be a woman.
It's like put these things side by side and wonder why no one's buying into it. The audience that you're trying to sell this to don't even play video games, man. They just want to have an opinion on this shit. They ain't going to give you money. Stop making products for people that aren't going to buy it just because they feel like they need to have an opinion on it. It's ridiculous. Yeah, see, I want to be included into tampons. I just feel like, it's not directed at me because, I've always wanted to be a fucking pussy. Good
woman.
grief.
They introduced the character of Kate Diaz, who I don't think anybody gives a single fuck about.
No,
What they
we
should have
don't.
done is put Kate in a spin-off game, not a main.
We want this motherfucker. Not some lesbian bitch. We want the badass dude with his fucking cool ass armor. Because that's what men aspire to be. Fucking weird, man.
Mainline Gears entry. But here's the problem, of course, nobody would have bought it. So unfortunately,
Nobody
Gears
bought
4
it.
and 5
Yeah,
are
shocker.
basically girl boss, feminist Gears of War. And any masculine story about men is
Girl boss, feminine, Gears of War. So, say that sentence 3 times and tell me what's wrong with it.
put on the back burner. Of course, the games include Baird and Marcus in them, but they're really on the back burner. And Gears is now about Kate Diaz, who I've never talked to a Gears fan even cares about.
Yeah, I didn't
Moving
even
on,
know she
example
existed.
number 4, the Saints Row reboot. Saints Row spent 10 years building up characters and building up a very
Yeah, you see? Bunch of cool dude, bunch of gangsters, another cool dude with a car, badass in a fucking suit, guy in a suit getting fucking blown up. Like, this is how you sell entertainment to men. Like, this is the shit that people will buy. And now we're gonna fast forward to the hot garbage that is Saints Row 2022.
distinct.
Have you ever wanted to be a millennial that can't pay his rent and you don't even have any cool powers or a suit or a gun and you're just a fucking loser? Well, I got the game for you.
And edgy and male sense of humor. It's the kind of stuff you and the guys would laugh at.
Yeah.
Some of the recurring characters in Saints Row are Johnny Gat, Julius, Aisha, Shondi, and several others. In these games, the men are men and the women are women. Johnny is edgy and hilarious and always has a hot chick on his arm. The humor is crude and hilarious, and the Saints are always getting into trouble. So what went wrong with the reboot? Well, the woke 2022 reboot thought it was a good idea to kill off every single character from the old Saints Row games, and I guess
Wait, so they killed off every character and just rewrote the game? Bro, at this point, just make your own fucking game. Like, what are you doing? What is this? This is, again, it's a completely different game. You're just using the IP because it's popular, and you know any bullshit that you would write and try to sell would not sell because your opinions are stupid, you're fucking stupid, and all this shit is ridiculous. You literally just created a new game and just slapped the Saints Row logo on it. What a fucking joke.
they thought we would be cool with that. But don't worry, all of the beloved characters you've come to know and love have been
Yeah, see, we got Millennial Merkel,
replaced with tokenistic characters from a literal seminar
and then we got the guy from Jersey Shore. Oh, and his cat.
on diversity. You've got the gay Asian man, the girl
Oh, and then we got the chick from Big Bang Theory that is dating Sheldon, I think. I don't fucking know, dude.
boss lesbian, another girl boss lesbian, and the gay black guy. The LGBTQ mafia didn't just
They made my guy Merkel gay? Oh, bro, that's not cool. That is fucking fucked up, bro.
kill Saints Row. They crucified it on a
Merkel
rainbow
was a
flag.
fucking ladies man.
And this is what you get, guys. This is what you fuckers get.
Everybody lost their jobs. and the entire studio shut down. Oh, you see, I called it years ago. The market's gonna correct itself. Y'all gonna lose your fucking jobs, and here we are. You get what you fucking deserve. Fucking retards.
For supporting these people. They turn out shitty games that aren't funny.
It's only profitable when it's popular. Well, now it's not popular, and congratulations. Your real views and your virtue signaling is, well, no one gives a fuck anymore.
That aren't cool.
Go
that
work
aren't
at Starbucks.
masculine. So stop hiring these people. Game developers need to stop putting gay stuff in games, and they need to fire every liberal white woman if they want us to ever buy a game again. Because I'm serious.
Well,
we
it's
are
already
done with
happening,
this shit.
so.
We're not buying these games. Like, Phil Spencer is out here complaining about how people aren't spending as much money on games anymore. I guarantee if you give us hetero dudes hot chicks in games again and manly men, you will see sales go through the roof. Bring back the glory days.
Well, and if you spent more time just making the games good and fun instead of spending so much time trying to put your weird liberal worldviews into it, people would probably buy it.
Of video games. I have this theory that in a few years we're going to see a turn back to the golden era of video games, and people are going to start buying
already
games
happening.
again. I recently saw this crazy chart from 2023 that basically showed that people are only playing old games these days.
I
Nobody
mean,
wants to play anything that's new out right now because it's all
look at Suicide Squad, bro. I think when I was watching Asmon's video, they had a peak of 200 players. Oh, bro, imagine spending $200 million producing a game and like only 200 people buy it. Oof. Oof. All you had to do was make Harley Quinn hot, and I guarantee you might have at least had 5,000 people playing your game. But no, you had to put in lesbian Mrs. Freeze. Can't even believe those words just came out of my fucking mouth.
woke, and it all sucks so bad. So anyway, guys, let's all hope there's a return of masculine characters in games again at some point that we can relate to. All right, I'm out.
Man, I like this
Does
guy.
anybody else feel like masculinity has slowly...
All right, yeah, it's gonna repeat. Man, I'm gonna like and subscribe. I like this guy. He says it straight up how it is. We are. Look, just this, even the beginning of his video, it says it all. Do you want to be this guy or that thing? Like, come on, man. You guys had your fucking time in the fucking sun. You know, you virtue signaled on everybody. You cost a bunch of companies several hundreds of millions of dollars. You tried to push your worldviews on everybody. It didn't work because, let's be real, your worldviews are fucking dumb. Not everybody wants to be a fucking, I don't know, how many genders we got now? And you can call me a bigot, sexist, racist, all you fucking want. You know what? Maybe I am. Anyways, at the end of the day, go back to that, and you might make some fucking money. Tell me what you think in the comments, because I know you're going to anyways. Anyway, catch you in the next one.